would start by just introducing myself. My name is Libby Culmer, and I work as the Mission Area Support Project Lead at the Diocese of Sheffield. I've been there nearly 3 years now, and I started off as a Giving and Generosity Officer, so I had the privilege of meeting with a lot of treasurers at PCCs across the diocese. And then most recently with this new role, like I said, with Mission Area Support, that team's been established to go out to PCCs and help with practical administrative problems and try and come up with solutions. And so specifically on my team, I lead a team of 9, which I think I've got some lovely pictures of them here. Here we are. So the church buildings team, so Joe and Josh are at the back and happy to talk to you. And Paul is hiding and pretending not to be part of the team today, but he is here and he is a warden. So, so he is at the back and he will talk to you, I promise. But we've just been fortunate enough to recruit Georgina and Chris to the buildings team. And Georgina comes from a background of conservation, and Chris comes from a background of heritage tourism. And so our focus for this year across both teams has been working on getting the basics sorted. So you'll have had invitations to things like maintenance workshops, finance workshops, and things like that. And then as we move into 2024, we'll be looking at other ways that we can help equip PCCs. So we'll be looking at things like heritage tourism and what that looks like in our churches and places, and what we can do to partner with places in the diocese to make them more accessible to churches. And then in the generosity and operations team, we'll be doing a lot more work on grants and fundraising. So we have 2 e-learning resources that are coming out, and we'll also be doing some grant training workshops as well, just to come alongside PCCs and try and help get that much needed funding. And so, as you will be aware, generosity, finances and buildings are very linked, and so that's why it's great that we work really closely together. But I thought I'd kind of highlight some of the things that we can do for you, some of the areas where we are working, and then open it up to questions if you had anything specifically that you wanted to ask if we could help with, or just had any general questions. I will attempt to answer them. So, like I said, the buildings team are there to support you with new buildings projects, help you prepare maintenance plans. So I don't know about you, but I found it really helpful to hear from Jane at Ecclesiastical about the different plans and things that they also have that can help you in maintaining our buildings and being prepared for flooding and things like that. We also have resources to help you with that. We have events, like I said, and we have our buildings officers that are there to kind of field your questions and help you come up with those types of plans. As you'll know, we're all working towards net zero targets, and so we have some new opportunities there to work with you as parishes. Some of you will have received an email from myself and Zoe this week inviting you to be part of a rapid fabric assessment project, which is not very easy to say. But basically, that is a partnership that we have with a tech company in Sheffield called Cherubim, and they are putting sensors in buildings, specifically church buildings, to help monitor the effectiveness of heating systems and to be able to give information to the PCCs about like how damp the buildings might be and what different interventions could make in terms of the use of the building and how comfortable people are when using it. So if you have received that email and you have questions about that, Joe and Josh have information at the back and can help you with that, and we can also put you in touch with Jack at Cherubim, who can answer your kind of technical questions about that. But I really would encourage you to be part of that project, because it not only will help your PCC and congregation specifically with making the best use of heating systems and making your people as comfortable as possible, but that data that we'll gather from that project will be really, really useful as we look for ways to move towards our net zero targets. And it will be data that we can share across the diocese and hopefully wider, so that we can continue to work in partnership in those areas. So as I was saying, we also do general church building inquiries. We have a heating system advice, and we can basically come along and help you with walking around the building and telling you what things might need to be addressed. We can come to PCC meetings, and recently 3 of our team members have been certified drone pilots, which is very exciting. So Joe and Josh and Zoe are now drone pilots, and we have our own infrared drone at the diocese, which sounds very I don't know, exciting, but I'm a bit terrified of it, to be honest. But that drone has been purchased and the training has been done so that we can hopefully save parishes money in terms of scaffolding costs to investigate things like slip tiles and block drains and things like that. As you can imagine, there is quite specific regulations about where you can fly the drones and why. So Joe and Josh know all that regulation and paperwork information, but if you do have an inquiry or you do have a concern that where you think that might be useful and could save you some time and money, please do see Joe and Josh and we can work out if that would be an appropriate use of that drone. But I hope by kind of highlighting the project with the sensors and the drone, you kind of get the picture that we are trying to work towards new innovations of ways to support you in new practical ways that can save you money and time. So we work across the diocese with both internal and external teams. So we work closely with the DAC, the environment team, the net zero team, and of course the comms team. And then externally, the buildings team will work with architects, QI inspectors, friends of groups, which are becoming more and more popular, so we can help you with that. Local borough councils, South Yorkshire Fire and Rescue, and they've come and done some presentations at some of our workshops this year, along with Ecclesiastical and Trinitas. And then things like Caring for God's Acre and A Rocha, and other partnerships that we are working with. So in terms of the church operations and finance support, we have a lot of range in terms of what we can offer. We can help with communicating generosity, coming and doing Sunday services. Some of our team members are more than happy to come and do that. We can also help on the complete other side of the coin in terms of administrative financial support. So if you need help getting a budget together or looking at cash flow or applying for grants and things like that, we can help you with those kind of practical steps. But also we have a lot of resources on how you can talk about generosity, how you could have a generosity campaign, and we can help equip you with those things. We also have just started being able to offer a lot more support in compliance and governance. So Janet Day on our team is very skilled at that, and so she can do kind of mini financial audits and help highlight the things that need to be addressed so that we can be more compliant and work towards fulfilling the Charity Commission's guidelines on those things. So lots of great opportunities to get involved with the team. And like I said, because there is 9 of us, we can come to you, and that very much is part of our job and what we love to do. So don't feel like you have to come to us. We're more than happy to drive to you, meet with you, and that can be for a short-term project, like a one-off meeting. It could be a long-term project that we all commit to together to try and get things progressing and working towards sustainability. So the operations and church finance support team again works with closely with the buildings team, with DAC and the finance team, net zero, comms, AATs, and then the resourcing mission and ministry team as well. So we really are trying to work very collaboratively across all the teams at Church House, and we are continuing to invest in that and looking at ways that we can work better together. And so a big project that we're working on towards the end of this year and early next year is a customer relationship management tool, which will enable us to share the information that's helpful about the parishes with people internally at Church House, so that we're all aware of the other people that you're working with, and so that you don't have to have multiple meetings in a week with multiple people from Church House. You could perhaps just have one with all of us present. And so we're looking at ways like that to, again, save you time and to work most effectively with you.